He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet intensity about him, a mix of restraint, depth, and screen magnetism that naturally drew attention. Burak Deniz didn't rush into the spotlight. He earned his place, shaping a career built on emotional realism and deliberate choices rather than instant stardom. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Burak Deniz was born on February 17, 1991, in Istanbul, Turkey. His path toward acting began far from overnight recognition. He studied art history at Çanakkale Onsekiz Mart University, a background that subtly influenced his understanding of character, emotion, and visual storytelling. Acting entered his life not as a shortcut to fame, but as a craft he approached with patience and seriousness. His television journey started with early roles that allowed him to build experience quietly. However, it was his breakthrough role as Murat Sarsılmaz in Aşk Laftan Anlamaz that pushed him into mainstream recognition. The series became a massive success both in Turkey and internationally, showcasing his ability to balance charm, vulnerability, and emotional nuance within a romantic narrative. Rather than staying confined to lighthearted roles, Burak deliberately expanded his range. He took on darker, more psychologically complex characters in projects like Bizim Hikaye, where he portrayed Barış Aktan, a role that demanded emotional restraint and internal conflict. His performance resonated deeply, proving his strength in grounded, socially driven storytelling. His evolution continued with Marasli, where he embodied a hardened former soldier shaped by trauma and loyalty. The role highlighted his ability to carry intensity without exaggeration. Later projects such as Yerim Kalan Askler and Samarin further demonstrated his willingness to explore unconventional narratives and layered personalities. Burak's approach to acting reflects intention. He avoids repetition, choosing roles that challenge him emotionally rather than relying on formulas that guarantee popularity. This balance between mass appeal and artistic depth has helped him remain relevant as audience expectations continue to evolve. Off-screen, his public image remains controlled and understated. He avoids excessive exposure, allowing his work to speak louder than his private life. His lifestyle reflects simplicity and discipline, with a focus on mental clarity, fitness, and personal space. Fashion-wise, Burak Deniz carries a modern, effortless style. Whether attending international events or appearing casually, he favors clean silhouettes and understated confidence, reinforcing an image that feels authentic rather than curated. While his personal relationships have occasionally attracted public attention, he consistently redirects focus toward his professional journey. Within the industry, he is known as focused, respectful, and deeply invested in understanding the psychological layers of his characters. As of 2026, his estimated net worth reflects steady success through television, streaming projects, and selective brand collaborations. More than financial growth, he has built strong credibility as a dependable lead capable of carrying emotionally demanding stories. What sets Burak Deniz apart is restraint. He doesn't chase visibility. He builds presence. His performances rely on silence, expression, and emotional control, qualities that leave a lasting impact rather than instant spectacle. From romantic leads to intense dramatic roles, Burak Deniz's journey is defined by progression, not repetition. His rise reflects discipline, thoughtful choices, and a clear commitment to longevity. As of 2026, Burak Deniz stands as one of Turkish television's most compelling actors, grounded, evolving, and built to endure. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. She wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a quiet spark about her, a rare blend of elegance, intelligence, and commanding screen magnetism that made audiences stop and watch. Esra Bilgic didn't just step into Turkish entertainment. She carved her own lane, transforming a single breakthrough opportunity into one of the most recognizable acting careers of her generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Esra Bilgic was born on October 14th, 1992, in Ankara, Turkey. Long before historical costumes and international fame, she was focused on academics, studying international relations and law at Bilkent University. Acting was not initially her planned path, yet her natural poise and expressive presence quickly set her apart when the opportunity arrived. Her acting journey began in 2014 with her role as Halim Hatton in the historical drama Dirilis Ertugrul. The series became a global phenomenon, reaching audiences across the Middle East, Europe, and South Asia. Her portrayal of Halim Hatton combined strength, grace, and emotional depth, turning her into an international star almost overnight. Rather than relying solely on that massive breakthrough, Esra carefully expanded her range. She stepped into contemporary drama with Ramo, presenting a more modern and assertive character. She later continued exploring layered storytelling in Kanunsu's Topraklar, proving her ability to transition between historical epics and intense dramatic narratives. Esra's approach to roles reflects thoughtful strategy. She gravitates toward characters that embody resilience and complexity, ensuring that each project contributes to her long-term artistic growth rather than short-term popularity. This careful balance between visibility and depth has helped her maintain strong relevance in a competitive industry. Off-screen, Esra's public image blends sophistication with professionalism. She has become a prominent figure in international brand campaigns and fashion events, representing global luxury labels while maintaining a composed and refined presence. Her lifestyle reflects discipline and structure, with a focus on education, self-development, and personal balance. Although her personal life, including her marriage and subsequent divorce, drew media attention, she maintained control of her narrative and consistently redirected attention toward her work. That composure strengthened her reputation as both grounded and self-assured. Esra's influence extends far beyond Turkish television. With millions of followers across social media and strong international viewership through streaming platforms, she has become one of Turkey's most globally recognized actresses. Her estimated net worth reflects earnings from television success, endorsement deals, and long-term brand collaborations, built steadily through strategic decisions. What truly sets her apart is presence. From historical heroine to modern dramatic lead, Esra Bilgic evolves without losing authenticity. She embraces growth, selects her projects with care, and prioritizes longevity over fleeting trends. As of 2026, Esra Bilgic stands not only as a leading actress, but as a symbol of strength, elegance, and intentional progress in modern Turkish entertainment. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.